Listen now. So please, be serious and ensure that we defeat this small enemy. Small, but very dangerous. Yesterday when we were having he was here. Our local language in Uganda. He said, Obulwadde tibulina magulu. The virus has no legs. It doesn't move. It is moved by the people with legs. And who are the people with legs? It is ourselves. You are the one who is carrying the virus from here to there. And if you don't carry it, nobody will carry it. Or if you are careful with yourself. But now, the drivers seem to be being controlled. But within the population, like these 6 of 8th, and the 4 of the 9th, and the 8 of yesterday, many of them are from 2 areas. The Elegu area, Amuru, and Rakai area. That's where the majority of these few who are showing up are coming from. The Minister of Health should give more details later, like tomorrow. Now, this means the locals are not doing what Honorable Kaseja talked about the vigilance by the LOCs. If they are vigilant, even this problem will be controlled. If anybody comes from the neighboring countries, please report him immediately, or from anywhere else. Report him immediately to the health people. They know what to do. Do not keep something which is dangerous to all of you, but also to those individuals. The fact of the matter is that if they are identified and they come to the government treatment centers, they get cured. We have lost nobody. Nobody has died up to now. Out of all these 679, nobody has died. And I think 117 have recovered, have been discharged. So, by hiding, you are committing 2 mistakes. First of all, you are going to infect more people. And secondly, you are going to die when you shouldn't die. Because when you come to the treatment center, we shall treat you and you will be cured. It's a very big mistake and totally unnecessary. Now, on the issue of security in the region, Uganda is stable, and nothing can disturb us here. And we have actually been building a lot of capacity. When some people made the mistake of thinking they could destabilize Uganda by crime and so on, they actually woke us up. And we enhanced our big potential, and there's no way anybody can disturb our peace. In the region, there are quite a lot of issues, and we can help in the region. Anybody, any of the brothers who wants us to help, we can help. We have the capacity, like we have done with Somalia. We can help. So we are in touch. I would like to encourage regional leaders to, if necessary, get regional coordination so that we have got total peace in our area. Now the budget, as you heard the minister reading, emphasizes, yes, there has been a problem of this virus, and it has affected some sectors. Sectors like tourism were knocked out. That's why you heard that the growth, instead of being 6%, it's 3.1%. But however, for me, I'm not pessimistic at all. I am actually very optimistic, because now the retro we had done has made us survive in spite of the total lockdown, because things are no longer coming from abroad. The fellows who are used to Okshaka, the people who buy things from others, the lazy ones, the lazy people are the ones who Okshaka. Okshaka in the villages is a very bad thing. A home which buys food from other people don't grow their own food, they are despised in the villages. So those who have been Okshaka, all these little things, now they have been shut up. So we are here by ourselves, and we are standing. We are eating. Electricity is running. Water is running. Hospitals are running. Vehicles are moving. We are moving without the outside world. Very little from the outside. So I think the virus actually came to wake us up. Now, because of that, we are going to be very, very strict with import substitution. I'm very glad the minister is talking of putting a tax on imported things which we are making here or we can make here. Those will be taxed, so that we produce everything that we can produce here ourselves. Secondly, we are going to promote export promotion, to export to other countries. And in all this, we are going to emphasize the 9 areas which you talked about, which coincide with human needs, the human needs which will never go away. Even if there is a war, those human needs are there. And these human needs are food, clothing, shelter, house like this one. I'm sorry you had that problem of the rain. I could see how it was disturbing you, the rain. Very sorry. Medicine, security, infrastructure, education, health. The minister forgot to add the 9th, spirituality. We added that one also because we need to. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So these are the areas we are going to emphasize. Now, the minister pointed out to you that because of what we had focused on correctly in the past, things are moving, even with this virus. In paragraph 13 of his speech, page 8, he told you of the coffee, the amount of coffee we are exporting now. He told you that we are now exporting 7 million bags. In 1986, Uganda was exporting 2 million bags. We are now 7 million bags. And I have told you that we are aiming at 20 million. There is no reason why Vietnam should export 11 million bags and we are just at 2 million. I don't know who can produce coffee more easily than ourselves in the world. Then he also quoted about the fish. how the fish has increased in the lakes. But you remember in my State of the Nation, I was also talking of fish farming. Fish farming. So the fish catches which have increased in the water should also be added to the fish farming which we are going to promote. The experiment in Limoto, there's a swamp called Limoto in Parisa, very good experiment, where people shifted from spoiling the swamp by growing rice there, and instead they are now doing fish farming, and they are using only 1 acre at the edge of the swamp, but they are earning 70 million shillings, while they were earning only 7 million when they were spoiling 10 acres of the swamp with the rice. The honorable members, I had to talk to Right Honorable Speaker to take some of the honorable members to Limoto and see that pilot study which you have done. It's very, very good. In paragraph 22, page 13, the minister talked of the Kira vehicle and the Kayora vehicle. Here, this is what the NRM has been telling you. Apart from agriculture and minerals and forestry and services like tourism and so on, you must take advantage of the products of the brain. The brain is also a resource. A country like Japan has no minerals, has no agriculture, has no oil, but it has been the second richest country in the world until recently when China overtook it. It's now number 3. But the prosperity of Japan is based on the human resource, on the products of the brain, and the skills of the human hand, the brain and the skill. That's why we are all driving Japanese cars. These are not potatoes that they are grown. These are products which are produced by the human intellect and human skill. So we are moving in that area. The Ugandans, our scientists and our entrepreneurs must move in the direction of the products of the brain and the products of the skill. In that paragraph, he was talking of the Kiramoto vehicle and he was talking of Kayora, but there are so many products by the scientists in the area of crops and agro-processing, in the area of ICT, in the area of medicine. Actually, the other day I told you how our young people have found one of the best medicines for malaria. We may find the one for corona. In fact, our people would have found it long ago if it was not for the laziness of our bureaucrats, the ones who don't listen, laziness and rebelliousness. I tell them they don't listen. Otherwise, our people would have found some of the antiviral treatments long ago. Paragraph 41, page 25, was talking about the Emyoga. Emyoga, the one for the money for the skills of the youth. There's 256 billion there, but I would want to increase that money. I would want to increase that money. We need much more money there because that's where many of the youth are. Very happy with the paragraph 43, UDB, Uganda Development Bank, putting in 1,045 billion. That is 1 trillion, 1 point something trillion. 1.4 trillion. That's very good. So the manufacturers, Ugandan manufacturers, go to the UDB and borrow money at low interest rates and make all these little things you are importing. Some time ago, I told you how Madam Nacho and my small group, we are going to solve for you the problem of leather. We shall no longer be kushaka, leather, no. All the leather will be processed here. So that those who want to make shoes, who want to make what, the leather will be from here. So for import substitution and export promotion, the address is UDB. Go there. Paragraph 58. There is some issue which needs to be addressed. The tax collected.
I think the youth you have understand.